What a night of boxing. What a night. 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. Boxing is back. 73 plus thousand fans in AT&T Stadium in Texas. Jerry Jones in attendance. What a night. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a night. Let's start off with Frank Sanchez, the heavyweight from Cuba, versus Aguilera. What in the world was that? What in the world was that? He tried to say he was getting hit in the back of the head, but the punch that he was really acting on, Frank Sanchez comes around with a hook, grazes the dude. This dude walks over to the ropes, falls down, gets... The dude gets up and then falls back down. The dude gets up, falls back down. The referee's like over him, I don't know, saying what. And the dude's like, I can't feel my arm. I can't feel my arm. I'm like, dude, so this dude hit you in the back of the head so hard you can't feel your arm? Come on, bruh. This is boxing. This ain't acting, dude. If you want to be an actor, that's a whole different profession. That was the craziest. And then he's complaining at the end of the fight. He kept hitting me in the back of the head all 10 rounds or whatever. Not all 10 rounds, but it hit me in the back of the head like 10 times or whatever. I'm like, dude, stop, man. Every time the crowd showed him on the big screen, they would boo him. And I heard the announcers even say it. What was funny tonight? Like, I would say things and then hear the announcers say what I was saying. It was pretty good. That shows I should be in the booth. Hear that, DAZN? Put me in the booth. Anyway, oh my goodness. What in the world was that? That dude's acting was terrible. When he goes home and watches that, he'll be like, oh, I guess that's why they were booing. It just grazed me. That dude's just falling around, screaming. Didn't take his glove off his right hand. He kept holding it like this, like he couldn't move it. I'm like, I even saw him wink at somebody. I'm like, come on, bro. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Frank Sanchez, I guess he felt Frank's power. I believe Frank was a 237. The other guy was 238. Frank Sanchez in great shape. The other dude looked like he just came from Krispy Kreme. How are you going to come in the ring looking crazy and boxing's your profession? Isn't training like all you have to do, your homework? I mean, that shows how dedicated you are to your sport. You come into the ring looking chiseled, you trained hard. You come in the ring looking crazy, chances are you didn't train hard. Anyway, to the main event. Oh, the fight before the main event was pretty action-packed. The ref stopped at, what's his name, Takamaya or something like that. Dude was really fighting good. He was losing, bad stoppage, but it was, he wasn't going to probably win, but you got to let him go out on his shield. He didn't even get knocked down from what I remember, but he was taking a lot of shots. These guys only weigh like 107. And I often say fights at that low division ain't even boxing, it's slapping. But now it was a good action fight. Soto put it on him. But at the end of the fight, Takamaya was swinging like, hey, man, I can still go. It's almost like the ref was like, I want to get to the main event. And the main event, Billy Joe Saunders comes out dancing, and then Canelo put on a show, had the senoritas out there dancing to the Mexican music, and house was packed, going crazy. It starts off pretty good, I'm pretty sure you guys saw it, but anyway, Billy Joe Saunders, to me though, it's like, doing all this and moving and, I'm like, you're not really winning. This is a case of bass and treble. Billy Joe Saunders' punches sounded like treble, if I could even hear him at all, come to think of it. But did you hear Canelo Alvarez's punches when he would land to the body? I was like, oh my gosh, it just sounded like a bass drum, just boosh, boom, deep bass. You didn't hear that when Billy Joe swung. But anyway, the announcers seem to think that Billy Joe was taking over, and I'm like, yeah, he might be landing a little bit more, but it's like I said, if you don't give Canelo something to think about, you're probably not going to win. you can't just keep him, these little pity pat punches. He's going to walk through you. And that's what he did. And Canelo hit him with an uppercut in round 8. And Canelo said he told his corner man he's not coming out. I broke his cheekbone. And I saw the ref talking to Billy Joe in the corner. I said, is he trying to stop it? Because it didn't look like Billy Joe was that hurt. I saw some puffiness, but I was like, is he trying to stop it? Next thing I know, the fight is stopped. I'm like, wow, man. Wow. My first thing was, I was like, Billy Joe quit. He quit, but, I can't say he quit. And then I said, Daniel Dubois didn't quit. If you get your orbital bone broken, that's, sure, Muhammad Ali fought with a broken jaw, I believe, from round 2 to round 15, but Muhammad Ali was special. But getting your orbital bone broken, that's got to throw your whole game plan out the window. You just start worrying about your vision. You're like, man, forget the fight. I want to be able to see. So Canelo got this dude hits like a heavyweight. And I wish he would just be a little more busy, but maybe that's his strategy. He's like, I'm going to just save my energy and load up on my shots, and one of these is going to take you out. And Billy Joe was clowning around, and, usually when you clown around, that means you're hurt. So I was like, if you're hurt, your best thing to do would be not to show emotion. If you start clowning around, shaking your head and all that, you're kind of showing your opponent you're hurt. And Canelo's a veteran enough to know that and pick that up. But like I said, it was a case of bass and treble, with, of course, Canelo's being the bass, Billy Joe Saunders, the treble, Saunders. Tyson Fury was in attendance, and sound like the crowd booed him when they showed him, I guess, because he was supporting Billy Joe. But I'm thinking, I thought they were going to announce the AJ Fury fight tonight. I had heard that even AJ might be in Dallas, but it didn't happen. I thought that would have been great. Announced in front of 70,000 people. I was thinking, why can't they even have the fight at Texas Stadium, But great fight. If Canelo stays at 168, who's going to beat him? I think maybe Charlo would have the best chance at this point. But a pity-pat fighter is not going to come in and beat a dude as solid as Canelo. You got to give him something to think about. You're going to have to be a boxer and a puncher. You're going to have to be able to mix it up. Because if you don't let him feel something, I mean, what's going to stop him from just walking you down and knocking you out like he does everybody else? Anyway, great night of boxing. What'd you guys think? What'd you guys think of the Frank Sanchez Aguilera fight? What'd you think about dude's acting skills? Should he have gotten an award for that? Pretty bad, man. Pretty bad. You're a boxer, man. I remember Emmanuel Stewart had a fighter, and this dude did the same thing, like acting like he was more injured than he was, and Emmanuel told him, man, you're getting to be like a little... Like, even Emmanuel was frustrated. That was his own fighter, and he's telling him, man, you're getting to be like a little... Like, get out there and fight, man. You're making me look bad. It's like that's what he was thinking or something. But anyway, like I said, great night of fights. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe. Be fearless. And keep punching. Yay, yay.